This is part 2 of binding your favorite fanfic. Last video we printed and sewed the text block and it ended up looking like this. Today is all about the spine. These two books have a flat spine and I cut and sanded the edges just because I prefer that look, but it's a lot of work. This one has a curved spine. Thank goodness I didn't have to cut it. I don't have a guillotine and I feel this spine is more forgiving for the untrimmed edges. This is a comparison of how they look like. I prefer how a round spine looks like, so we will do that today. This is a backing hammer. It is what you use to round your spine, and as you can see, like the head is curved up to the outside. As a beginner, there's no way I'm buying this, so this is what I do instead. I have this spot which has very soft edges. I start bending that spine. Do not hammer, just make sweeping motions. I turn it around and I do the same thing. You are not meant to touch the thread on the outside, so next time I'll use a smaller object. Once you're done, it will look like this. Now that I've seen the video, I should have done the swiping with the side of the tube because it has that curved out shape the hammer has. After you round it, you technically have to back it. I don't do it because it's too much work and I don't have a hammer, so if you don't do it, it's not the end of the world. But basically you put it again in a press, and with the hammer you kind of like finish off, so you have like, I don't know if you can see, like these bits, they just like go like to the sides a bit more. I then glue my end papers. I use like a fancy thick wrapping paper, but you can also use cardstock. If you want to guillotine your book so that it's, you know, like nice and flush, if you're going to be doing a straight spine, glue your spine first and then cut it. If you're going to be doing a round one, cut it first and then glue your spine. Like I mentioned, I did not cut this because I don't have a guillotine, it's too expensive, and this is what it looks like with the round edges. Now you press your book and add glue to the whole spine, regardless if it's flat or curved. Then you place a piece of mold using cotton to keep it low cost. Make sure it sticks very well and add more glue. Depending on the type of case that you use, you can add one extra layer of cardstock or what it's called an Oxford hollow. I like to use a paper bag, glue it to the bag and then add more glue to the other side and fold it like in three. You would only need this for round spines, especially chunky books. Flat spines, you don't need an Oxford hollow. Like this for example, no need. Even this chunkier one layer of cardstock is enough. This other book, even though it has a round spine, in case it's called FlexiBound because this is flexible. You do not need the hollow, just the, oops, need to reglue that, just use the one layer of cardstock. This one on the other hand, it's a hard case and I did add the Oxford hollow in here. You can see it in there. You glue that to the spine and I just feel it opens better. I prefer it this way. Anyway, back to the book. Buy your headbands, but I prefer to make my own. I soak a string with glue and I put it in between leftover book cloth or fabric. Make sure it's nice and defined. Cut the excess and that's it. You got custom headbands. Should have added this before the Oxford hollow, so I lifted it a little bit and just placed it there. If you do the just one layer of cardstock, you do not need to do this again. It's the only footage I have of the final result, sorry. Just let it dry. In the next video, we will do the fun part, which is the casing. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye!